Hello everyone, welcome to DSA 441 Cloud Computing. Today we are going to see about the practical demo of Object Storage Service or OSS. In the last video we saw about the theoretical aspects of Object Storage Service. Today we are going to see on how to create the buckets in OSS and how to manage the files and what to do with the image processing and all those things. So now we have the console over here, click on it. So we have to log into Alibaba Cloud and there we will have the console. It opens like this. So we have the recently used product, like we can use this object storage service from the recently used product, or the object storage service which is listed. Maybe I think it's not available in the list which is specified by Alibaba Cloud, but you can go to this search and then you can just type OSS and then we have the console entry of object storage service. So like this we can choose on how to invoke the object storage service. So it opens on it. So here we see like the statistics. It shows like how many buckets are available. Right now I have only one bucket, that is totally one in Malaysia region, and in the storage class I have like only one bucket, so it is like one same thing. So you can click on this create bucket to create a new bucket. Also you can go with this buckets over here and you can click on the create bucket over here and then you can create the bucket as well. I will go with this create bucket, just click on it. So here we have to give the name of the bucket, and before that we have to choose the region. For example, I will choose one region. For example, let's say is Philippines available, Manila. It's all in China. Yeah, Philippines, Manila is available. And the new addition, they are having a data center in Moscow also, in Russia. So that's a new addition now. So the Philippines data center is available now. And then for the bucket name, already I have given like Ferdin test 2021, that is my existing bucket. If I give the same bucket name like 2021, see, it will say that the bucket is already exists or it is used by another user. That is, it will not allow you to choose a name which is already taken. So the bucket name has to be unique. So here I will give like Ferdin TNI or like Ferdin MEP as a new bucket name, and then I choose the region as Manila, and here we have the storage class of standard, IA and archive. What are these? Standard means like if your files you store in the bucket are used by many people very often, then you can go for standard. IA stands for intermediate access. So if you click on this IA, it will be like infrequent access. That is, it will be cheaper than the usage of standard, and it is for those files which doesn't require much frequent usage. That's the reason why we have the infrequent access of files. And archive is like we have a long-term storage at very low prices. If the files are not that frequently accessed, then we can go and store the files in the archive. So now, as of now, I go for the standard one. And then versioning, you can enable it or disable it, but it is kind of optional, I can say. And then the access control list, we have the private, public read and public read, right? So in case of private, only the owner or some authorized users of that particular bucket can read or write the files. That is, if I'm the owner of the bucket, so if I need to give access to a file for someone, I can only give the access. Nobody else can give access to anyone. And so it is fully secured, and it is more safe to store the files in the private kind of access control. And next we have the public read. This is like a website. This is like you can give access to the files in this folder, the viewers can view the files and they can see the content inside, but they won't be able to make any changes. And then the third one, we have this public read or write. So as far as this public read or write is concerned, we can give the access to the users to read the content, as well as they will be able to edit the content. So this is the access control list types we have. And now I go for this public read, because the existing bucket FERDIN test 2021, I have it as a private bucket. Now I create this as the public read. Then click on continue, and in the encryption method, I need to activate the product of key management service, but I have not done it. So in case if I need to activate, I have to activate it now, but I don't need it because I'm okay with the OSS managed. That is the key which is used with the AES 256 algorithm. So I can click on this OSS managed AES 256, and I enable the real-time log query. Then I click on this enable, and then I click on this advanced settings to see like what are the other parameters, hierarchical namespace. I don't want to give the enabling for the hierarchical namespace. And then when I click on this OK, it will create an MEP that is FERDIN MEP as a new bucket. I click on this OK. So once I clicked, it is creating a new bucket. So this shows that this is my bucket name, and it is present in the Philippines data center. Right now I don't have any storage in it, so it is showing all zeros. So here you can choose to see what all available in which place. So this is the Malaysia one. So this is the usage I have done in Malaysia data center, and I have to go back to this Manila. I can click on this one, or you can even click on this buckets. So in the buckets we can see both the buckets which we have created. So I will go now to this Philippines data center bucket. So here we need to upload a file. So I will click on this upload and then select. I will choose some file. I will, for example, I will choose some file which is available in my computer. So let me choose my picture alone. So I will choose this file, open, and then it will ask whether to upload or not. We can give upload. The storage class, it is inheriting from the bucket. The encryption method is OSS managed because we have set that as the inherited from the bucket. Then we are adding the metadata, it is not needed now. So you click on this upload. So it is uploaded, and then I clear the record. I don't want to keep these logs. So I have made it clear, and then I go to the files over here. In the left pane we have the files, and in the access control we can give the access control, bucket policy, and all those you can change. And then the basic settings, we have the static pages. In the static pages we can set out like what is the home page, because we can use this as the a new website. So you can click on this configure and choose which file you need to set as the home page, and the default not found page, and all those parameters you can set. In case if you want to delete the bucket, you can click on this delete bucket. I will show at the end. So now we go into the files. So I click on this file now. So this is the file which we have chosen. Now, since this is given with the inheritance from the bucket, it is a private bucket. So that means it's not a private bucket, it's like a public bucket. So it means that any anonymous user from anywhere in the world, from any remote IP, can access this file if they have this URL. They just need to have this URL, then they can be able to view this file, and they won't be able to make any other changes in this one. That is the restriction for them. So this is like you just need to copy this URL and then paste it, and it will show like this. In case if I want to give like one image processing, for example, I want to upload a lot of pictures into my website, but I want to give a watermark. Let's say I make it like a watermark. A rule name is Watermark, and then the format is JPEG. I want to convert the files to JPEG, irrespective, like even you upload a PNG, it will take it as a JPEG. And then the image quality, and then the resize type, all those we can make it. And then I make it like a watermark, which is a text. I just give my channel name, Oren Speaks, and then I want to change the color, something like this. Okay, and then I give enable the text shadow. If I give text fill mode, then it will fill the whole picture with that watermark. And you can see like automatically the code also keeps generating. And the text shadows opacity, I just reduce it little bit, it has gone. And the watermarks opacity, that opaqueness is reduced now. See how it is going slightly. Now I want this watermark to be displaying at the center part of the image. So what I do is I click on this particular button, so it will make sure that the image will display at the watermark at the center of the image. Then I click on this OK, the rule is created. Okay, now we have created the rule. Then we go to the files. I click on the file. So here I have set the image style as watermark. So I created the watermark according to this rule. So this watermark is making this watermark to appear on the image. I didn't edit this picture. I didn't do anything. Like let me show you by uploading one more picture over here. So just select the files. I select this file. I have not edited. This is the old one. And then I click on upload. And then it is uploaded. Okay, and go to the files, look for the new file. So new file also it is like this. So I just copy the URL. So this is the see the image processing is done. And then we have this one. So just to copy the URL as a different one, and then you just go to this URL, it will show like this. So whatever the new images, if you just apply that rule, it will apply the watermark. I didn't edit, I just showed you some random image. You can do it as like that. So in case if you are having a lot of pictures in your website and you want to add a watermark to any new image which is uploaded to your website, then you can use this particular feature. Then it will automatically add something like this. So let's say like we need to have like a copyright. Okay, so in that case what we have to do, you have to go to this processing and go to this watermark and click on this edit. Let's say I want to make it like to this corner, and then I make the change the text like, and I just give my name over here, and it will take only 16 characters. For example, a copyright okay, and then I want to change the font size. So here I can change it, it will reduce, and it will be better if we display it over here, right? So what we can do is we go here again and then click on this, it will display at the center, and then we increase the color is okay, we need to increase the opacity, that is this watermark opacity is increased a little bit, still we need more. Okay, so now it is like almost done. Click on this OK, and then go to the files. I click on the same image. I didn't do anything, I'm just showing all those things. Copy the URL. I click on this, so it will show something like this. And then I go to the next one. Sorry, this is not the one, so I just choose the watermark. Okay, so you can see the image on how it displays. And also what we can do is we can even change the size of the image. We go to this watermark and then we choose this one, and then we go to see the resize type, proportional fixed width. Like we want the file size to be like having a width of, standardly it will have like 200 pixels as width. I click on OK, so that is saved. Now I go to the files again, I click on the file, so it will change the file automatically. The size is automatically changed. Now I copy the URL, I click on this, I go to this one, so it will show the size, it is changed. See how big this picture was. Now it is reduced the size to 200 pixels. I copy the URL and then paste on this. It just changed to 200 pixels. It's not showing it because it needs to set with the watermark. So if I just say like no watermark, it will show something like this. If I say like I want to have the watermark, I have to show like this one, watermark is applied, and then copy the URL and then paste on it. So it's still not set with the watermark. So this sometimes it's having this error. So in case if I want to delete the file, I can click on this completely delete. In the files, if I just click on this, I click on this more and then go to this completely delete, it will delete totally. And then this file also completely delete. Okay. You can do this OK over here, or you select this one, and in the batch operation you can select it completely delete, and then you can click OK. That is also possible. Now I want to delete this bucket, so I go to this overview and then the access control and basic settings. So in basic settings I click on this delete bucket. So here we have this delete bucket. So all are check. I delete on this and then we have to give OK. So it is deleted. Now I have only this Ferdin test 2021. This is the only bucket I have. So since we have deleted the bucket, I refresh this file. So it will not show the file because it's all deleted along with the bucket. And now I click on this bucket. So once I go here, I will upload the file. I will upload two files, the same two files which we had before, this one, and maybe I will do it this one also. I will click OK, and then I click upload. It will upload the file, and then I clear the records. I don't want to keep the record that it has done it. I also I go to the files, then I see those files over here. So here we have the watermark rule. So we have to go and choose the image processing, and this one is for the access control. So I choose this watermark, and the format is like made to original, and adaptive orientation is done, and the image quality is relative, and then we go for a proportional scale down of 50%, or like we will go for a fixed width of 200 pixels, or like let me say it will go for 250 pixels. Image brightness you can set a little bit more. It shows like this. and then we have the text watermark. I will change it to my name. Okay, all those fine, and reduce the font size. Okay, so here why it is rotating? Because we have given the text rotation of 45 degree. I give it at 0, it will set at 0. Now I make the opacity of the watermark, I reduce it, it will go reduced, the opacity reduces, and the text color is like slightly darker. I will go for a lighter shade, and then I want to have the text shadow also having a lesser opacity. Because of that shadow only it is showing a little bit darker. Now I just go for the watermark opacity little bit more, and then I will adjust. Let's say it's like a trial and error, we can do it. And then if I want it in the top, it will do like this. So whatever the image I have, it will be applying this particular watermark, and then I can give like OK. So the watermark is saved. Now I go to the files, I click on this file, I set the watermark, and here we have the URL. I have to set like the waiting period like 5 seconds. You can just observe this place. When I click somewhere else, just observe this place. The hash value will change. That is, it is creating the key using the AES 256. Okay, so we got the new one, and then I click on this copy file URL. We have set the image style as watermark as well. So then we can see the style as watermark is applied, and then I go to the new tab, and then I click enter. You see the image is reduced to 250 pixels, and the brightness of the picture is increased, and the watermark is placed over here. So this one it will go for like 5 seconds. So as long as you upload the picture and you get the access key like this URL, it will give like a 5 seconds time. So after 5 seconds, if you refresh the file, you just keep on refreshing. I just check it, like we gave only like 5 seconds of time for this file to load. In the meanwhile, we will do something else and come back, and here we click on this file. So this is another file. We just copy this URL and go to another tab and paste this URL, and we go here. We now refresh the file. It will be gone, like because it will, we set like only 5 seconds the file will be available, and here also we have set the new file. It will be available only for 5 seconds. So at the strike of the 5th second, it will disappear. Similarly, if we want the file to be accessed for 1 hour, then we have to give like that many number of seconds. So that kind of things we need to give for managing the files in the private read and write. So this is how you can give like a very strong access to the files. Like we can secure the files because of this kind of secure settings. So like this, we have a lot of options available with object storage service. Now I think it's not 5 seconds yet, like we set it like 5 seconds. Oh, it's made as 60 seconds, that's the thing. So it will make it like 60 seconds. So I have to change it to 5 seconds, and then I click somewhere else, and then it will change the hash value, and I will go here, I paste its URL. It will go for 5 seconds. Meanwhile, we'll check on for the other options and come. Like we can see the data usage. So it will show like which are the buckets and what is the statistics we have, like the inbound for the content delivery network, all those details, what are the requests per hour, all those statistics you can see here. So this is for today, yesterday, and for the last 7 days and this month. This gives a lot of other things as well. Just like the statement record we can get like a different kind of perception as well. Like for example, I choose, okay, I have the records from 29th of November, and then the up to today 29th. I just click on this OK. It shows like the statistics for that particular time, and the traffic usage we can see here, and here we have the requests. And now I go to this file which I loaded here. I refresh this file. It's gone because the access time is over. So this is how we can secure the files using OSS. Also there is one option called as logging. So here if you click on this logging, it will show like the login details. We can configure this. The logging is on, and then we select this, configure it. It is enabled. If we go for the real-time log query, it will show the original log and the dashboard. It will take some time to load actually. So here you can see like what are the traffic done on 29th of December, that is today. So all the access details are given, like what kind of bucket is used. So it is going on showing this bucket which I have used. So like this we can see like the logs. So this one in the form of table or in the form of raw data, or you can click on this graph. You can check this graph. Like right now it is not available for this bucket, but we can see from this graph right now. So this is how we can manage the OSS objects. For the OSS objects, we have a very minimal cost for managing the files in the system with the buckets, like it is with the pay as you go. It is like you can store some files. If the file is stored, then it will be charged. So in order to prevent charging, you can go to this files, and then you can select that file, or you can just go to this more and then completely delete. It will be deleted, and go to the next one, completely delete. Like this you can do. Like for example, I will upload 2 more files. For like totally deleting the files, I click on this OK, upload, and it is uploaded, done. And then we go to the files. So you can just choose both the files, and then go to this batch operation. You can click on this completely delete. So then click on this OK. This is how it is all deleted now. So that's all about object storage service, and this is how you can store various objects and how you can do the image processing stuff using the object storage service. That's all about the demonstration in object storage service. In the next week we will have a different lecture on a different concept. See you all.